I'm Randy Bueller here with Brian David Marshall. We're at the Magic World Championships in Memphis, about halfway through day one. Things are starting to take shape. We're going to talk to you about what's going on with the standard format, what's going on with the teams, and we are standing in just an awesome feature match area. This is probably the coolest setup I think we've had at a Pro Tour that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, there's a section for each color, and if you take any three section, right, you get a shard. It's gorgeous. And really, players are able to get very close up and watch players play on these platforms.
So pretty snazzy setup. We are 4 rounds in the book so far in day one. So you look at standard, there's about 20, 21 undefeateds left. Got some pretty big names left.
Absolutely.
Some pretty good decks as you start to see what's going on with standard. Pat Chapin is sitting at 4-0. Jerry Thompson is sort of rival deck builder, writer, sitting also at 4-0.
Masashio Iso.
And Oiso's on the Japanese team, so the Japanese team is sitting in 3rd place in the team competition, thanks in part to him.
Did we say Luis Scott Vargas?
Luis Scott Vargas is in great shape, playing a black-white token deck that I'm sure people are going to start to realize is good after this tournament. Aaron Nicastri sitting in 1st place in the Rookie of the Year standings. He is 4-0, and he's got Australia sitting 2nd place in the team competition.
Absolutely. He's got like a 1-point lead on the Rookie of the Year race right now.
Yes.
So 4-0's got to feel pretty good for him. He's got to feel like he has a little breathing room for a moment.
But you can't go anywhere without fairies, and Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa, another fairy player, sitting at 4-0 for him. So this tournament, I've seen a lot of Kithkin, I've seen a lot of tokens in play. Spectral Procession's getting a lot of play in a couple of different builds. I've seen a lot of fairies.
Sure. And last week there was a major standard tournament in Philadelphia.
Yes.
It's a $5,000 tournament. The winning deck was the so-called Vengeant Weenie deck. Mm-hmm. It's a Kithkin deck that uses a Johnny Vengeant to control the board. Keep the 5-color control player off their mana. That land's not going to untap. Kill that card that I just need to kill right now.
Yep.
You know, with the Lightning Helix effect, and just beat you down with a very, very quick, suite of creatures.
But you also see another deck that people noticed from that Philly tournament called the Boat Brew deck, right? It's kind of a red-white. It's got some white weenie. It's got a Johnny.
It looks very similar.
It does, except it's got much more card advantage. It's got Ranger of Eos. It's got Siege Gang Commander. It's got Revelar to bring back Siege Gang Commander. And so it's got the ability to actually out-attrition a control deck. It gets so many card advantage, you little engines. Ranger of Eos can go get Figure of Destiny, can get huge, Revelar can back. It's really a very elegant deck that kind of looks like White Weenie on the surface of it, but plays much more, it can come out aggressive, but it can win a card advantage.
Okay, I'm going to play this 4/3 flyer.
Yeah. And
if you deal with it, I'm going to get back a Siege Gang Commander and a Ranger of Eos, which is going to draw me 2 more cards.
And one of the nice, elegant things that deck has also is it's got the 2/2 that goes and gets a land.
Knight of the White Orchid.
Knight of the White Orchid allows you to sort of accelerate up to these 5-mana spells. Just a bunch of little elegant card advantage things.
The deck was designed by Brian Colwall.
Right, in order to win a spot on the boat.
Right, he won a spot on the cruise in the Gulf, and Osip Lebedevich played the deck last week in Philadelphia, made a top 8, made some changes since then, added Spectral Processions. He's talked about it a little bit, and the deck seems to be doing very, very well here today.
Yeah, like I said, Nicastri 4-0 with it. Another deck that's doing very well, in my mind, halfway in between the Kithkin deck and the Boat Brew deck, you've got this black-white token that's been kind of it's been on Magic Online. It hasn't been talked about a lot. It hasn't really had a breakout tournament.
It's kind of like an iceberg looming in the fog for this tournament. Like, I mean, people knew about the deck. No one has really played it at a major tournament.
Right.
A name every time we're talking about a new deck and Magic Online, it feels like Manuel Boucher. He wrote about the deck. He, I believe, is the original source of the deck. It's Bitter Blossom, Spectral Procession, a Johnny Goldmane.
Johnny Goldmane.
A Johnny Goldmane. Yes, it is. This right. The top tables we have a Johnny Goldmane versus a Johnny Vengeant. And a Johnny Goldmane also, makes you make a Spectral Procession, activate a Johnny Goldmane. Right. Suddenly you have 3 2/2s, and then
that's got enough tokens for an Inglorious Anthem too.
Yes, absolutely.
And both that and the Boat Brew deck have the Windbreast Keith, which is really powerful. Like Spectral Procession, it's not hard to get 3 attackers in those decks, and you're just suddenly something's coming out for free.
Sure.
So it's a pretty interesting take. And one of the cards that all these decks have in common is Stillmoon Cavalier. That was the hot card before round 1 of this tournament. Every dealer's table gone.
Sure.
Price kept going up, 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 up. Stillmoon Cavalier.
You were looking at triple-digit prices on a playset of Stillmoon Cavaliers just prior to round 1.
If your local store has them, go buy them. Trust me. you're probably not going to regret that investment at this point.
Yeah.
That seems to be a card that everybody just needs right now for
Can you imagine playing the mirror without it?
No, protection from white, protection from black, it pumps, it first strikes, it does everything.
Yeah.
What deck do you like right now? If you had this tournament to play over again, what would you play?
I love the black-white token deck. I mean, one of the things we didn't talk about when we were just talking about it has Kitchen Finks. Some versions of it have had Murderous Redcap.
Yep.
A Johnny Goldmane and Persist are a fantastic combo.
Yeah.
So because the Johnny Goldmane puts +1/+1 counters on it, so I attack with my Kitchen Finks, you kill it, it comes back, I activated Johnny Goldmane, and now I'm reset to 0 because if I have a +1/+1 counter and a -1/-1 counter, they both just disappear in a puff of magical smoke.
So Persist goes forever.
Yeah.
I think I would also have a Johnny, but I think I'd have the other Johnny.
You like the Vengeance?
Vengeance route. I would go with the Boat Brew.
That's Vengeance clearly my favorite card out of Shards of Alara. I love that card.
Good. So 2 more rounds of Standard. They play 6 rounds of Standard today. Then comes the team competition. There's 2 rounds tonight. Team competition works a little bit differently this year. So Team Constructed is the format for the teams. 3-person teams. They'll have a Standard deck, an Extended deck, and a Legacy deck between the 3 of them. And so they face off against the other team. They're going to play 2 rounds tonight. They're also going to play 2 more rounds on Saturday. So you got 18 rounds of individual competition over the course of 3 days. Throw in 4 rounds of team competition. When we get to Saturday night, we'll know who are the top 8 individuals that are going to play on Sunday. We'll also know who are the top 4 teams that will advance to play the semis and then the finals also on Sunday. So a little bit of a different wrinkle on the team competition this year. What do you think of it?
I think it's great. I'm really excited to see a lot of different formats. We're going to get a little bit of a preview today of maybe Sunday's extended format.
Saturday's extended.
Saturday's extended format, I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody gets to watch. The team people have to commit to their extended decks, right? They've got to play 2 rounds tonight. So anybody who needs a deck for Saturday is going to be hanging out watching to see what the teams play in extended.
And there's a Legacy GP on the horizon. So
in Chicago.
Yeah, in Chicago. So we're going to get to see some Legacy decks. It's always exciting to see players who don't normally work on the internal formats working on those. So, and we're going to see the Rookie of the Year and the Player of the Year come out, be determined by the team competition. So I'm very excited to see that.
A lot of Magic left to be played. Ukraine sitting on top of the team competition right now with Australia in second. Got 20 undefeateds. Stay tuned to the Tournament Center. We will continue to bring you coverage live from Memphis, Tennessee in the Magic World Championships.